all, I'm very happy to be here, just arrived, and see all these faces interested in something that's so very important. There was one thing I learned when I was in the rainforest studying the chimpanzees in Tanzania, and that's how everything is interconnected.
Just put the microphone.
Okay. All right.
Vielleicht allzu nah mit dem Gesicht an die Rede nach. Das lenkt beim Sprechen einfach fast ganz stark ab.
Well, what I was saying was that when I was out in the rainforest, I was learning how everything is interconnected. And I think, as you all know, organic food isn't my speciality. All the things you've been talking about, however, everything is interconnected in this world of ours. And we're going through very dark times. I think everybody here understands climate change is affecting all of us. We now have the coronavirus, and that's already having economic and social effects all around the globe. So I first became interested in organic food when I wrote a book called Harvest of Hope. And my biggest concern is the destruction of the rainforest and how gradually the rainforests are disappearing and less carbon dioxide is drawn from the atmosphere by those forests, and also the pollution of the ocean. So the forest and the oceans are the two great lines of the world. But at the same time, thinking about pollution, we're polluting the air, people are getting sick, we're polluting the water, and we're also polluting the soil. It's been some time before the pollution of the soil came into mainstream thinking. I still think it isn't always there. But as I'm always saying when I give talks, how extraordinary is it? This most intellectual creature that's ever walked the planet, and that's the main difference between us chimpanzees and other animals. They're way more intelligent than we used to think. But for heaven's sake, we've sent a rocket up to Mars, and a little robot has crawled off taking photographs. And no animal can compare with something like that. And yet we're destroying our only home. We used to think maybe human life could be supported on Mars. We know that's not true. And so it seems that there's been a disconnect between our clever brain and our human heart, love and compassion. And I truly believe only when head and heart work together can we attain our true human potential. So how is it possible that this intelligent or intellectually bright creature has thought it's a good thing to grow our food upon which we rely, we are what we eat and what we drink, to grow it with chemical poison? And it doesn't make sense, does it? And yet the big corporations have always pushed aside anybody's objection. People who feel that they're getting sick, that's all hushed up. And I learned the other day that Google was actually paid large sums of money to withdraw any bad news about Monsanto off their pages. So these are the kind of things, corruption, that are making it so difficult for those of us who understand that the soil, the fertility of the soil is so very important. And this constant use of chemical pesticides and herbicides and fertilizer, destroying the soil, washed down by the rain into the rivers, polluting the groundwater. And it's all tied in with these things that are now causing such havoc on the planet. I nearly couldn't arrive here, and I'm sure it's the same for some of you, because of the terrible storms and gales that were making it impossible for some planes to fly. I dare say there are people who would have been here but for the coronavirus. And so, in these dark times, it's important that all of these different interconnecting things are brought together. And I think from what I understand, the organic food, the slow food movement, these really tie into everything else. And you laughed when I brought out these little creatures, but you know that the climate change is really partly dependent on the fact that more and more people eat more and more meat. And not only is that horrendously cruel, but huge areas of habitat are destroyed to grow the grain. More grain is grown to feed animals than to feed starving people. And also, of course, the animals produce methane gas, which is a very virulent greenhouse gas. And the waste of these animals is also polluting the groundwater. So somehow, to me anyway, organic food and abolishing factory farms where these animals are tortured. Somehow, interesting, we're in Nuremberg, where the trials of the Nazis took place. There's a book called Eternal Treblinka, and it's about the factory farms, saying that animals are subjected to the same kind of horror as the Jews were in World War II. So, I always end on, is a hope, of course there's hope. The fact that you're all here now is a huge hopeful sign. And because so many young people are so devastated by what's going on the planet, I started a program called Roots and Shoots, which is now in 63 countries, growing all the time, and it's basically helping young people to take action about something they're concerned about, whether it's climate change, animal farming, use of pesticides or herbicides. They take action, and that gives them some hope for the future. So I won't say more now, but that's the gist of what I'll be talking about.